hear from Susan Aboyd, Arms Associate at Human Rights Watch. This year's Cluster-Munition Monitor report shows how, once again, civilians are the primary victims of cluster munitions, both at the time of the attack and also from their remnants. This year's edition of the Monitor documents a shocking increase in the number of people killed and wounded in cluster munition attacks, as well as from remnants.
I want to start off by saying it's unconscionable that civilians are still dying and being wounded from cluster munitions 15 years after these weapons were prohibited in Dublin in May of 2008. Cluster munitions are abhorrent weapons that are globally banned because of the immediate and long-term harm that they cause to civilians. The greatest obstacle to countries working to eradicate cluster munitions are the governments that are unwilling to join this convention and that undermine its principles by using and transferring these weapons. When the United States announced that it would transfer an unspecified portion of its cluster munition stocks to Ukraine for use in the war, we were appalled by that decision. We fought it behind the scenes for the year leading up to the decision. The cluster munitions have been transferred now. We acknowledged the international outcry over the cluster munition transfers to Ukraine in the report, but the report does not cover how those cluster munitions are being used right now or if there have been any casualties, civilian casualties from them. That will be contained in next year's report. And of course, at Human Rights Watch, we'll continue to track and to monitor the use of cluster munitions by both sides.
Of the 1,172 casualties recorded by the Cluster Munition Monitor in 2022, most of those casualties, almost 1,000, were caused by cluster munition attacks, and the vast majority of those were in Ukraine. There was a great number of cluster munition remnants casualties in 2022. The remnants, primarily the unexploded submunitions from the weapon, 185. And these remnants are particularly devastating to children. They're interesting. They are often in areas where children play or work, taking animals out to the field. And over 70% of casualties of cluster munition remnants were children in 2022.